Hello everyone, Gh0 here with my second Black Ops commentary. I apologize for the lack of videos lately, but I have been troubleshooting some recording issues which have been recently resolved. Basically, if you take a look at my G11 video, you'll see that there's a vertical black bar to the right of the screen. In my recent recordings, it was pretty much cropping some of the left part of the video. Basically, the image was shifted to the left. Therefore, gamer names and whatnot in the kill feed were cut off as well. So anyway, the issue is now fixed, so expect to see more activity from my channel shortly. What you have been watching so far is sample footage from a montage I'm putting together, which should be done by March. So stay tuned if you've already subscribed, or subscribe if you would like to check it out later. Okay, so let's get started. As you can see, I am using the FAMAS, which is basically my all-time favorite assault rifle for both Black Ops and Modern Warfare 2. I use this gun about 95% of the time in Black Ops pubs and game battle matches. I just love this gun. In my opinion, the FAMAS is one of the best assault rifles in the game. The fire rate, damage, and accuracy make it versatile enough to serve as both a submachine gun for close encounters as well as an assault rifle for mid to long range. Some may argue that the AUG is better, but when the money's on the line, you'll see that the majority of the pros use the FAMAS over any other assault rifle. And these guys are experts at assessing a weapon's strengths, weaknesses, and overall effectiveness in online combat. But statistically, both the FAMAS and the AUG are very close, sharing the same damage, range, and rate of fire. They do slightly different attributes such as reload times and recoil. The FAMAS recoil pretty much kicks upward and to the right the majority of the time, while the AUG's recoil is more balanced in regards to upward, left, and right recoil kicks. However, the FAMAS has a better recoil recovery rate, also known as center speed, which helps in controlling recoil, so make sure to burst this weapon to maximize this benefit. But overall, sometimes it's just a matter of personal taste, and what works for one person may not work for another. And I have personally been owned by some great AUG users in pubs and dubs, no doubt. Plus one of my longtime clan mates, Nabix, is very effective with it. I'm now pushing my way up the left side of the map here to try to flank any opponents on their way to the HQ. Around the corner with my sights up and catch this guy in full sprint. So here you can see that I'm working both sides of the trailer. I'm pretty much working both corners and doing two things. I'm pretty much aiming immediately around the corner to catch anyone up close, but also transitioning my aim to camping spots, doorways, and head glitch spots. A lot of times when I do this, it helps me to immediately put my sights on target and get my rounds on target for the kill quicker than they can pull up their sights most of the time. It's always a good idea to expect someone there so there are no surprises when they are. Pretty much left myself wide open there. I got caught in the middle of the walkway. I should have stunned and naded that spot before attempting to run down that kill spot of a hallway. You'll later see me repeat the same mistake. One of those long nights, one of those long days at work and real late night gameplay here. So my situational awareness and common sense were lacking. But as you see, I had spawned on the right side there, and I could have took another route to flank those guys. Instead, I just, not thinking and trying to impose my will on and go into the same spawn trap that I was in, and therefore put myself at a disadvantage once again. But like I said, had a long day. It was a late night. I just wanted to go online, shoot some people, blow off some steam. Here I finally tried to round that corner in a more tactical manner, but the opponent was unexpectedly prone and hard to see, and pretty much waiting for me to appear, so he won that gunfight by being unpredictable, hard to see, and ready to kill on sight. So, as you can see, I finally get wise, and I was able to push up the middle to flank these guys. So I get a kill and pretty much plant a claymore there just in case that guy comes back quickly for a revenge kill. Getting back to the analysis, compared to the SMGs, which have better accuracy at close range. The FAMAS can still hold its own up close using good gun skill, as SMGs such as the AK-74 and MP5, which can kill in 3 hits due to 40 damage, have a lower rate of fire of only 750 rounds per minute. So the faster fire rate of the FAMAS coupled with good gun skill might enable you to win that close engagement. The SMGs have better accuracy up close, but if you make them miss and quickly get your killing rounds in, you will win. It's not impossible. The remaining SMGs that match the FAMAS fire rate of 937.5 rounds per minute, such as the MAC 11, Uzi, PM63, Spectre, MPL, and Comparis, have 30 damage up close and up to around 18.75 meters away can kill in 4 hits. So here it's all gun skill, as the fire rate is the same and the SMGs are more accurate up close. So you would have to make sure your movement and positioning are advantageous to getting your 3 rounds on target for the kill before they get their 4 rounds in. Don't get me wrong, on small maps or maps with a lot of close quarters, it is advantageous to have an SMG. I'm just saying, don't count this weapon out for those roles as well. See this guy on radar and I go in and get the kill. Then I check my rear since I just gave away my position by firing my weapon, and I catch this guy trying to backdoor me. As you can see, I was able to win that gunfight by doing 2 things. For one, I juked left and right while hip firing to make my opponent's rounds miss me while getting my rounds on target. The second thing I did at the last second there was change from hip fire to aiming down the sight to ensure tighter bullet grouping and more chance that my rounds will hit on target. Since it takes time to pull up your sights, it might give the enemy the window of opportunity to get their killing rounds in before you can get yours in. Good technique in these situations is to immediately hip fire and continue to fire while you're pulling your sights up. Back to my earlier point about the FAMAS being as effective as a submachine gun in close encounters. With 35 damage up close, actually up to 37.5 meters, all I need to do is hit this guy 3 times to go over 100 damage and get the kill. Since the FAMAS has a fire rate of 937.5 rounds per minute, you can effectively take down someone fairly quickly at close range. For the most part, just as quick as a submachine gun can. Case in point, right here I was at the right place at the right time and I was able to pick up this quick triple kill here. And later another close encounter here using hip fire and ADS combination. I was trying to either wall bang that guy or explode the barrel behind the wall, but I think my chopper got him. After getting 5 kills, and since the HQ has moved, I decided to leave a parting gift before moving on. So I checked the middle area just in case someone's coming up that way and I get the kill. Had my sights up and at the ready, and I caught the guy in full sprint, which was a major disadvantage for him. So if you have to sprint, then sprint from cover to cover and not all out in the open, and you should do fine. If you are the running gunner type who just has to run around the whole time, then look at the Steady Aim Pro, as the Pro version of this perk allows you to pull up your sights quicker after a sprint. Plus, the added hipfire accuracy makes it lethal at close range. I currently have 2 classes using Steady Aim Pro, both using Marathon Pro as well. One with an SMG for flag running to enable me to take down enemies while on the run. The other is for the capture the flag game mode as well, but with an assault rifle for the support role, where I need to be able to keep up with the flag runners to provide support, and for times when the flag runner drops the flag and I need to quickly pick it up and run it in for the cap. I see this guy on radar and I figured out he was going to try to stay there to cap the HQ, so I threw a nade over there to get the kill, or hopefully flush him out in my direction, but I do get the kill with the nade, so it worked out pretty well. I see a lot of red on the radar back here, We're up 125-0, so I decided to try to catch some of these guys at their spawn point because I just needed a few more kills for dogs. Well, I take out this one guy and I'm down to 11 rounds, so I quickly pick up his weapon and was able to quickly get the last kill I needed for dogs here. So I pretty much call in my napalm now and commence to working my way around the map, catch a lot of these guys off guard. Dogs running around and all over the place, you know. It's just an impossible situation when you're on the receiving end of that carnage. I then round the corner of that Jeep carelessly and I take the big dirt nap right behind the back of that Jeep. So my doggies are still running, and like sharks that smell blood in the water, my team has turned extremely aggressive and pretty much run around the map in a killing frenzy to catch helpless enemies who are trying to keep the dogs at bay. I throw a stun here to check the intersection ahead, and I don't get a hit marker, so it's potentially clear. So I work my way back to the back section here to try to pick up any additional kills. My dogs are still doing work, and I pick up this quick kill right here using hip fire and once again juke the guy a little bit. Really caught him off guard. He didn't even really see me, so it was pretty much an easy kill. So once again, I'm here checking the front and the back of this trailer, trying to catch anybody spawning. And unfortunately, the spawns had changed, so I was taken by surprise from the rear by that guy. Always a good idea to know the spawns, be very intuitive about the spawns. Will help you in the long run. It definitely will prevent you from having a lot of unnecessary deaths if you just master where these guys are spawning based on your positioning, what game mode it is, and whatnot. There's a lot of science to it, but it's not rocket science. So with enough practice, analysis, and just lessons learned from doing pubs or practice matches, you can pretty much figure this stuff out and get really good at it. Another great tool that you have at your disposal for any kind of analysis, especially spawn analysis, is theater mode. Switching to free spectating view, going to the center of the map and going as high as you can and looking downward, you can pretty much watch the whole match and see the different spawn patterns for the different modes, demolition, headquarters, or TDM or whatnot. So definitely a lot of stuff you can do there as well. Also, from a personal analysis perspective, theater mode is a great tool too. Let's say you had a very bad match or a bad war on game battles or whatnot, and hey, part of making mistakes, but the best thing about making mistakes is if you learn from them, you can minimize repeating those mistakes. So if you had a very bad match, reliving that nightmare, that you went 3-20 in a TDM match or whatnot. But just trying to, analyze what did I do wrong here, and make sure you are mindful of what your mistakes were, and try to put some practices or drills around those for improvement to get rid of those bad habits. Also, if you come across a great opponent in either pubs or game battles match, hey, it's probably a good idea if that guy really had his stuff locked on tight and really took care of business. Watching that vid again from his perspective, you might pick up some good tips, some good gun skill or good, decision making on his part that may have enabled him to pull it out for his team to win that map and even the whole war. So the HQ is in the blue building, so I decided to check this back road back here for anybody trying to push up that way. And I catch this guy coming around, do a quick hip fire to ADS. Check on the HQ real quick, I get a kill right there, then I bounce back and zone back towards the back road here and pick up this other guy. So then I go back, check on the HQ again, then I decide to check out the right flank here and pretty much catch another kill there. And I then throw a nade over there to catch that guy that was trying to head glitch me over the sandbags, and I was able to luck up and get a double kill. I quickly call in a napalm strike in that direction, fairly close to me, so I quickly fall back here to avoid any fire damage. My teammates have dogs running, as well as the SR-71 Blackbird in the air, and There's pretty much less than 2 minutes left in the game, so I'm just running around trying to pick up any last minute kills before the game ends. Right here, catch this guy coming across, and I think that's the last kill I get in the game. Well, I hope you enjoyed the gameplay and commentary. Please help me out by not only providing feedback, but also letting me know what kind of stuff you would like to see on this channel. Whether it be pistol or knife-only gameplay, me playing team-based role, for example, Slayer, Objective, and/or Support. Also in the description, I've placed a couple links which might be helpful, such as a page covering weapon stats from a guy, if I can remember correctly, has been providing this material since World at War. Don't quote me on that though. On this page you can also do side-by-side weapon stat comparisons, which is very helpful in my opinion. The second link is a link to the Call of Duty Wikia page, Wikia, however you want to pronounce that. Anyway, it provides a wealth of information on all things Call of Duty, to include maps, modes, weapons, perks, and any other pertinent information. Lastly, I am providing a link to my first commentary, so if you haven't seen it before and want to check it out and provide feedback, it would be helpful to me at getting better at these gameplay commentaries. More vids to come, so I guess I'll see you on YouTube or on the digital battlefield, or both. Peace out and good hunting. Also, I'm actually looking into getting a mic, maybe something not so expensive, but it would work a lot better than the laptop built-in mic, which kind of distorts my voice a lot. So if anybody has any recommendations, hook me up in the comment section with something that you use, or something that you know someone else is using that works pretty good, that's not too expensive. So, hook me up. Thanks a lot, guys.